How to advocate for safe staffing on a unit staffed by Epic Acuity. Make it your daily practice to look at your e-assignment at the start of every shift. Step 1, you want to determine your unit acuity level and census, which is located in the upper right-hand corner. I've enlarged it, so in this example, the unit acuity level is high plus and the census is 31. Step 2, locate your acuity matrix. This is housed in our Epic resource binder. All units staffed by Epic Acuity should have that Epic resource binder. My facility keeps it at the nursing station. Be sure to check with your facility to find out where they house it. This information of the matrix is also located on the Epic SharePoint site, kp.org/acuity. I've located my Epic resource binder, and now I want to determine the total direct nursing care hours my unit requires based on the matrix, okay? So in this example, this is tele knock shift, census 31, unit acuity level high plus. Step 3, I want to be sure I am looking at the right matrix by the right service line and shift. So for this example, I am looking at tele knock shift. Step 4, locate census. I have a census of 31 patients. This has a breakdown of the hours required for the unit, but I really only care about this right-hand column, the total direct nursing care hours, RNs and PCT. So for this example, a census of 31 patients with a unit acuity level of high plus. If I scroll down this column, this matrix says that our unit requires 105 total direct nursing care hours. Epic Acuity is skill agnostic. That means that the choice of RN versus PCT is based on the unique clinical needs of the unit. RNs do have the right to make recommendations on skill mix adjustments based on the unique clinical needs of the unit. Okay, I know what my unit requires based on the matrix. Now I'm going to go back to my e-assignment to determine how many total hours of staff were actually provided, okay? So let's go back to this e-assignment, and now I've enlarged it, and I'm only going to count RNs and PCT hours in direct care. I am not going to include my one-to-one sitters. They are not part of the count because they're at the bedside. They are not on the unit supporting the needs of the unit. So let's take a look. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 RNs in care for the full shift. 8 times 8 equals to 64. In this example, I have 2 RNs for break relief. They're only there for 4 hours, so 2 times 4 equals to 8 hours. And then I have 2 PCTs for the full 8 hours. 2 times 8 equals to 16 hours. When I add all of these together, the total hours of staff provided was 88. Okay, what's my next step? I looked at my e-assignment, I took a look at that matrix, and we want staff to Epic Acuity. We should be having real-time conversations with our assistant nurse managers, letting them know what the issue is, okay? You do have the right to go up that chain of command, and we want to give that opportunity to management to resolve the issue. If no resolution, we are going to submit an ADO, an assignment despite objection. This is the acuity escalation NCAL regional policy. It went live April of 2023. We now have a definition of what acute staffing shortage is. It is defined as when the combined RN and PCT hours provided for the unit are 16 fewer than what is called for in the unit's matrix at the current census. Check out the policy tech, review this regional policy. You will see that the last page of this policy is this acuity escalation tool, okay? Management need to show all efforts they made in staffing, in throughput to resolve the acute staffing shortage. I want to point out this bottom section of the tool. 1, ensure status update to staff who escalated within 1 hour of escalation. And 2, escalations and resolution to acute staffing shortage concerns will be reviewed at monthly nursing quality forums. Your elected nurse leaders from the PPC, the Professional Practice Committee, meet with leadership once a month. They review ADOs of concern, ADO trends, and these acuity escalation tools. I do get some questions from nurses. Well, what happens if our unit, isn't quite meeting this definition, but we are short staffed, or the skill mix was off, or I have another safety or quality concern? Can I still talk to my assistant nurse manager? And the answer is any nurse can exercise their independent clinical judgment and have a conversation with their assistant nurse manager to share what their concern is. And if there is no resolution, they can document it in an ADO. I hope that helps. If you have any additional questions, reach out to your EPIC liaison, your PPC rep, or your quality liaison. Thank you.